All right then. Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Thursday. As you can see, we are back. Unfortunately, one Lilith short, so no Siri today, but I'm sure Ciridelia Wordwin will have a nice little chat with Thraxes in the back rooms while we concentrate on the others. Probably will not cause any form of troubles going forward. But before we get started, I have to do a little bit of thing, or Twitch will yell at me. The music you're listening to right now is by Adrian von Ziegler. You can find his stuff over there. The sound effects and music during the game will be by Sirenscape. The overlay, starting soon screen, and the map were made by me in Incarnate. It won't show up, but the chest weasel, the Siri has, is by Pointy Hat. If you want to catch up with this campaign, the Railsome Morning one, or the latest Vaesen mystery, you can check out our YouTube channel, or you can come hang out on our Discord because we have one of them. And last but not least, because Lillith isn't here, you can do what Psycole did and type in exclamation point perks in the chat to see what you can do to help or hinder the party. There is a new redeem I haven't put on the list yet, which is Wandering Boss. Just throw a random boss monster in there. It will be challenge appropriate.
Don't do it.
It's only 100,000 catnip. I have 43,000 to go to store up.
I have 70,000.
There you go. Jason will get there quicker. or Mr. Karlstrom if he's online.
Yeah, I saw him earlier, but it's not on the list right now. But yes, you can for I think it's 100,000. You can redeem a Wandering Boss monster just to shake things up a little bit.
I'll only be able to spawn it on a Monday, but hey, I'm sure the guys won't mind.
I have a list of challenge appropriate monsters and regional specific ones as well. Unfortunately, you didn't get the Hydra because it lives in the swamp. But yes, that was an alternative for Railsome Morning. You could just hear Remus going, "Aww."
Let's be another scenario where I have to remind Kraran that he has chromatic orb and therefore he can use fire.
Yes.
Like when we were fighting that stunting tree.
Yeah, Kraran likes to use acid orbs from that one. That's his preferred one. But yes. Speaking of characters, let's go around the table and introduce people and start with Artemis or Vit.
Hello, I'm Vitskugga, and I am playing Artemis Braveheart, the human ranger Drake Warden with no Drake, but a lion instead.
Skipping Siri, because unfortunately she's not here today. Ash.
Oh, hello there. I'm Ashel by Firelight, as some people know me. I'm playing the lovely human paladin Leo. Sorry, I'm trying to clean my mouse at the same time. It's disgusting.
Leo is having all kinds of an existential crisis right now. Hey cat. There's a cat on cycles. You can't see the cat.
People are saying hello. You say hello?
Nope.
Yep.
Don't wanna. Jason.
Hello, I am Jason, the resident. I play Nerites, the resident pink-haired druid.
And because I don't do this, let's just some of these guys. And Psycole.
Hi, I'm Psycole. I am playing Yanis, the thick as a wooden plank warlock rogue, who is almost certainly not going to get into trouble tonight. He has not stolen anything in a while.
I hope I spelled that right. I did. And hi, I am Ardana, or Joe, or Oi, either of the majority of my players have been saying it. I am the GM and channel runner around these parts. And let's see what happens today. Hold on. Yep. Grabbing my notes, because I hadn't opened those. I am so prepared. Where are we? There. And of course Sirenscape just crashed, so give me a minute with that one. But if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get started. The soft dripping of the pool behind you is almost as relaxing as the gentle popping from the lava flows further back into the area, as the walls around you, a combination of red granite and obsidian glass, seem to reflect the red and yellow light coming from the molten rock. In contrast to the still warm waters, the air around you seem almost oppressive as you step outside the pool room with the hot spring and the nicely appointed seats. The floor of this vast cavern seems to clink slightly like a bell as you walk on it. The smooth texture of obsidian only broken up here and there with slight cracks and movements as the rock has shifted over the thousands of years this place has been here. You see large metal statues all around, fitted with lanterns made out of glass and metal themselves. By the door into the hot spring stands Thraxes, now still in human form, but now dressed back in the leather and metal outfit that he's shifted into after when you first arrived. As opposed to the almost no clothes at all toga version he was wearing in the pool. Looking around at all of you, he seems to contemplate things. And who among you have the highest passive insight? Well, I tried to figure out why my Sirenscape is not working.
That is... I'm not sure, though, because I am not proficient in insight, but I do have...
Insight?
Yeah, insight. Your highest passive insight.
Have a 10.
What's...
Probably me.
I think I have 14.
Okay. Leo? What's yours?
I'm trying to work that out.
Just add your insight onto 10.
Oh, 15.
All right. Leo, I think because you're already a little bit suspicious of Thraxes and his motives, you see, as he's looking from one person to the next, a kind of, I wouldn't call it mischievous, but calculating glint in his face for a brief, just flash. And He tilts his head back and forth as if cracking his neck a bit. And just... I was told to give you items you might need on this quest of yours. I was, however, not told to do it for free. I feel if I were to give you items I have created myself, that you do me a teensy little favor. Shouldn't be too much of a bother for a party like yourselves.
I mean, if you don't want to share for free, if we have to work it off, I don't think I mind. As long as you're fine with it and your god is fine with it.
My lord just said equip them. He didn't say equip them for free. And keep in mind you get one item.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was going to be my next question.
In addition to anything you can salvage from the favor, I need the space, and I just cannot be bothered cleaning it myself.
You want us to clean?
So you're
I
just
am-
lazy?
Yes. I am obviously lazy, working tirelessly night and day to forge new and innovative weapons, gear, armor, etc. for the deities that rule this world. What I really want to do in my time off is clean. That was
I've heard it very
sarcasm.
meditative.
Believe he just called the freaking dragon lazy.
I've heard cleaning is meditative. Quite
Normally,
relaxing, actually.
And I had blondes were the dumb ones. She keeps insulting the dragon. And I don't want to
normally my cleaning
they-
involves
Fire
throwing the trash into the molten rock. I cannot.
Trash. Whisper. Stage whisper. Like, you're the trash.
How much do you want for the pink-haired one, by the way? I like him.
I don't deal with slavery, but
Oh no, I wouldn't want him here. I like him, but you know, you mortals are so sadly short-lived.
oh, you want him in bed?
It's fine. He's a
No.
druid. Like, after a while, he can stay forever.
Are you not listening, or are you just dense? I have already stated my absolute disinterest in mortals.
Oh. What does dense mean?
Thick.
Right. You know when you pick up a rock,
Yep.
have you ever tried to have a meaningful conversation with a rock?
I wouldn't put it
Well, there
past
was this
them.
rock called Wilson, who I found on the beach once. He didn't talk much, but like, he definitely had a good. He definitely knew where the best coconuts were.
I told you.
Right.
Hey, Wilson.
Right. Okay. You see that even the dragon is a little bit stumped. Just how does this one move around? I knew he wasn't the smartest person in the bunch when he came here, but there are two of him as well on my playing board.
You might need to delete both of them and put me back on because I can't see anything on the map at all.
Let me just rejoin as GM because Roll20 decided to do weird
Sorry.
stuff. No, it's fine.
Wait, so you had a talking rock named
I mean, I
Wilson?
did have a talking rock, but I kind of lost him after a while. He said he needed some time apart.
I clap my hand to my face, and I'm just like, speaking of dance.
I have never heard of a rock talking. That sounds very weird.
Oh no, it was more like a gravelly kind of sound when it was talking, to be fair.
Are you
Yes.
sure you weren't hallucinating? Did you eat a weird mushroom or something?
The
I mean, I hadn't had a drink for about 3 days at that point, so maybe.
Oh,
can you see something now?
that might explain it.
Yes, I can. Perfect, thank you.
Awesome. Does Yanis have inspiration?
No, it doesn't.
You can have that one for having a rock speak with a gravelly voice. I don't know why
Thank
I
you.
do this to myself, but you know.
Encourage him.
I love the fact I get it for that and not the Wilson reference.
No.
Tony liked it.
Yeah, I liked it, but it wasn't as good as the rock speaking with a gravelly voice. Which is true for the actor as well. Anyway. Well, I guess you are up for... It's really just... I'll let you into the storage room. There should be a bunch of trash in there. Put them in a pile. Actually, I was gonna say put it in a pile and set fire to it, but that's probably a bad idea doing that in a cave. I don't really mind because dragon. Pull everything out here that you don't want. You can keep whatever you want that you find in there. I don't even know what's in there, to be honest. Well, I know what's of value that's in there.
So you're saying that one dragon's trash could be our treasure? I see. Yep, I'm totally game for this.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Just
love-
keep in mind that I know where the valuables are, so don't try to move those into the room.
Anything from the star? Oh, okay, into the room. Okay.
And with this, he looks over to you, Neri, and lifts an eyebrow.
Well,
You might want to have your hand checked.
I don't know what you mean. I'm very bad.
So,
Are you okay, Neri?
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm cool. Yeah, you're cool. Is everyone else cool?
Yes.
so I'm going to ask you, lovely gentlemen, all of you, to clean out the storage room, sort out everything you want. Toss the rest in the lava pit. I don't really care. While I'll have a discussion with your lovely bard here. I have a message from Lord Perforos for her that you are not privy to, unless she tells you.
So what should I do then?
Supervise.
I like that.
What?
Well, he did say gentleman. He did not mention me at all, so I guess I'm your supervisor.
You can ask your winged mount here to help out. He looks strong and capable.
No, he's too nice, and he kind of hugs Arian.
You
He's
might
not
want to
that
let him
great.
outside. It looks like he's gonna drop dead from the heat.
He's immune to the heat.
Yeah, Orion is basically the only one of you who's completely fine.
Okay.
He like, it's stuffy, you know, because fire takes a lot of oxygen. So Orion is panting a little bit, like, because it's kind of hard to breathe. But, and you know, the fact that lions don't actually sweat from their face, their open mouth and paws. But like, you can have issues in the heat without taking damage from it.
Yep.
But no, he looks like he's panting a little bit because it's kind of hard to breathe here with the fire going because it takes so much oxygen. Not enough to actually cause you breathing issues, but it's not noticeable.
Yeah.
So, shall I show you where the room is, and you can get started, or you are of course free to explore any other areas of this cavern as well at your leisure. I wouldn't recommend touching anything made out of metal. Metal and heat gets hot. But I'm also not going to stop you.
Good to know.
Siri, was it? And he holds out a hand for Siri. She's gonna walk over to Leo and just, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, well, you just call if you need me.
Will do.
There
Yeah, will. And she's gonna reach up, peck Leo on the cheek, and walk over to, let's call it this corner with Thraxes. And you are, well, actually, she's gonna walk over there, and Thraxes is going to walk here and wait for you to make a decision as to where you would like to go.
Yanis is looking backwards and forwards between Leo and Siri. And I know that, and he kind of just goes, I thought Leo was like with the angry lion man, with the angry tiefling. When did Siri and Leo become a thing?
They've been as long as I've known them.
Oh,
Which is not
Okay.
long. It's like a few days.
but like
Is it a week?
Neri said that Leo and the other guy whose name has escaped me, and I can't remember who it is. What should I have a character called Fit?
Victor.
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 Yeah. Neri said that Leo and Victor were a couple.
As far as I know, they haven't been a thing. I don't know much, but based on what they've told me, they haven't really mentioned any juicy relationships besides Theory and Leo.
Okay.
On the other hand, I don't really understand relationships either among humans. They seem a bit quirky. But on the other hand, I grew up with wolves, so I don't have any other references to compare with, I guess. Probably not.
I'll ask someone about it later, and then I'll start walking towards Thraxes.
Yeah, she's following. However, she whispers to Orion and says, "You stay close to Syrian. Just see what conversations they're having, if you understand them."
Alright. You don't want me to carry things?
I would not ask that of you.
Thank you. I wouldn't have done it. Well,
I know.
if you'd asked nicely, maybe. But he stretches a little bit. I'll keep Siri company for now.
Thank you. And she just hugs him and gives him a kiss on the side.
Mm. Shout if you need me.
All right. Let's go, gentlemen, to the storage cleaning area.
All right.
God, my mouse is being awful.
Want me to move Leo for you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Leo has pulled out some kind of like bit of cloth, and he's like anime style, like tied it so it covers his hair so it doesn't get dust on it.
All right. Seeing you gather, Thraxes is giving you a little bit of a, almost like a mock bow. Turns around and walks through the big door that he came out from, past the two gold and bronze foxes. Barley, Neil. Barley is also completely fine because he is made out of fire.
But he's loving it. He's just like,
It's like loop-de-loops.
he's got
You
the
got the
zoomies.
zoomies.
Yeah.
That's what I was yeah, he's got the zoomies looking.
He leads you into the large statue room. Yanis, you've been in here before. Neri, you snuck in here before. Well, you didn't sneak through it. You tried to sneak something like blueprints into your pockets.
I can find anything.
But Artemis and Leo, as you walk in through the door, this large open metal door that is carved to look like this huge winged humanoid with horns. You walk into this obsidian-clad gallery with plinths and diocese and what's it called? Display tables with various constructs and statues in it. Various things that looks like they could come alive at any moment if you wind them up or press the right button or do something to them.
Now he's glaring at the crap.
So, Mr. Thraxes,
Yes.
since you're not my father, are you giving me supervisor just to... because we're similar?
In what ways are we similar?
Like I said, the hair.
No.
You want to adopt me?
No.
What?
No. It was worth a try.
Maybe if you
What
come
Harry?
back in 1,000 years or so.
You realize I'm a human, right?
I do.
How do you expect me to come back in 1,000 years?
I
I'm a
don't.
No, it's just.
But
You know what? I'll take on that bet.
if you come back here in 1,000 years, we can talk about it. Child of
I'll ask you-
Nylea.
I'll ask Nylea and see if she'll grant me such a boon.
Would be interesting to have the champion of the forest living in a mountain.
I would turn this place into a forest.
I would love to see you try.
Don't think
This
there's any
way.
fire-resistant trees.
Mm.
Yeah, the soil here's probably really bad.
Actually, soil around the volcano is some of the best soil there is.
It is?
Oh yeah. It's really rich in nutrients. It's probably some of the best soil you can get. Be very
I'll
good
check
for
the
your
dirt.
farm.
I immediately fall to the ground and check the dirt.
It's obsidian glass under your feet.
Ah! Need to find some dirt.
There's plenty on the mountain sides outside. Why do you think the trees grow so large in a windswept region like this?
It's good to know, you know. Yep. Some fine soil you got.
You should try and make a garden on Lizzie.
What? You can't make a garden on a ship that beautiful.
Can you just get some flower pots and hang them over the sides?
I mean, technically, maybe she might like it because
You know, I wasn't really
you're
thinking
kind
of
of giving
flowers.
her a haircut. You know, like it might be like a haircut. The
Like a
trees.
wig. Yeah.
That just gave me an excellent idea. As the DM, and my brain is going into overload right now because there are vacant ships in Spelljammer that have a tree ant living on them.
We just go into space. Perfect.
Yes, Lizzie, in space! And Theros is not cut off from the multiverse. In the same, like, Eberron is cut off from the multiverse, but Theros is not. Anyway, reeling in that train of really bad ideas. Well, if you want
There's
to...
no such thing as a bad idea.
If it derails this campaign, there are.
Maybe.
Well, I don't mind derailing. It's when you take the rail and pick it up and then throw it into space. I'm gonna have a little bit of an issue. But you know,
Just take all the coins and hide them in space.
yeah, that's
Perfect.
that could work. I could stand here and talk for hours about each of these pieces. Each of them took years to perfect.
So is this all trash? Everything in here trash?
Not in this room.
Oh.
There is just like fucking
Just asking a question. I don't know what the problem is.
So you mentioned you had things for some of us, right?
Yes.
So we'll get those if we clean. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Do we get those and then we clean to get something else?
No.
Okay.
You get to keep whatever valuables you find in the storage room, though. Because I don't know what's in there.
So where's the storage room then?
This way. And he walks down the path where Neri tried to sneak in earlier. It gets very narrow down by the door. And I'm figuring out how to move.
No, he's just flexing his hand.
This way. Mind the door, it gets hot. And he steps
What
through
new
it.
information?
For a dragon, you surely do like tight spaces.
I was not the first to live here.
So dark in here.
I agree. You need to get some
Lights.
lights in this place. That's the word.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here.
Don't use this space because it's filled with trash.
Oh, wait, can these guys like not see it at all? Is the dark?
I
vision
cannot
coming
see.
into
I can't
effect?
see any trash.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
As
Please
you-
tell me Psychole's character has devil sight.
No.
Fuck. Now he's gonna be the only one who can fight in this room.
And even Neri, you're having a hard time seeing as you walk inside. The whole region looks like it's covered in some kind of fog. And the contrast between the room outside and this room is stark. Like you step through, walk a few paces in, and your entire body just covered in goosebumps because it's cold in here.
I'm gonna take my Moon Touch scimitar and I'm gonna activate the light on it.
All right, let me. What's the light
Don't know
radius
the
on that?
range. I think it's 5 feet when it's inactivated, but let me see. Moon.
I wonder how many anglerfish I can summon.
It doesn't say there. Okay. Touched.
It's just all over the place. So the little lights can light it up.
I mean,
15 foot bright and 15 foot dim.
all right.
Other than
So
that, I have no light spells. You're all screwed. I have zero light spells.
now you should be able to see a little bit at least.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
better.
That should help a little bit.
When I bought my adventuring pack, when I first started,
Yeah.
The lady gave me these for some reason, and I pull out some torches. I don't know what they are, but she says they help in the dark. And I pass the torch to Leah. Never used one myself. Because, you know, I can see.
Oh wait, hang on. I have just the thing for this. Barley.
Give me an animal handling check.
I'm a farmer, man.
Barley, thank you. At first you don't hear anything, and then you hear a... Barley also has vision. And I don't have the stat block for Barley. Did we give Barley a stat block? We did, right?
We gave him a homunculus stat block.
Yes. So... 60 feet of dark vision. That's what I thought. And then we gave him... He gives off... light. Let's give him 5 feet of bright. 5 feet of low light. There we go. And Yanis, you've just barely register the barley in time as he zips past your head. And just starts swarming around Leo's.
I forgot about that thing.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're listening to me at last.
Yanis will take out his little bullseye lantern and I just want a teeny tiny little bit of light. So it's literally like just sheds enough light so he can see just in front of him.
Alright, I'm gonna give you... Because I'm not doing directional, because that's bullshit and I can't figure out how to work it. There you go.
Thank you.
Well, it seems you have... Well, it seems you have all of these well in hand. And he Thraxes gestures to the pile of broken crates and general debris. There's a broken statue for some reason within what looks like charred remains of a bookshelf. And just barrels and crates and just random junk.
No, he just puts his hand up towards, like, for Thraxes to see. Quick question.
Yes.
Is this fog? Is this moisture in a volcano?
I have no idea. It was here when I got here. And that's been a while.
Cool, thanks. I'm gonna stick out my hand and try to cast shape water.
Alright.
Solidify some of the fog into like an ice ball in my hand.
Yeah, you get a good, nice chunk of ice in your hand.
So it's fog.
Yeah, it's fog.
Okay, just kind of throw the ice ball aside.
It shatters against the obsidian floor.
And I kind of go like that and go, would we prefer the fog to be gone, peoples?
I mean, the fog can be quite useful.
For
Yeah, that's what I was
Sneaking
thinking.
around and stealing
Cleaning.
shit.
Yeah, but we're already allowed all the shit in here.
We
We
said
don't
we
need
could
to
have
steal
it.
it.
yeah.
But then what happens if there's more stuff to steal that the guy doesn't know about?
That's
The guy stood right next to him.
Yeah.
that is your
He's-
problem.
He said we can have it all.
Okay. I mean,
If
sure, whatever.
If it makes you feel better, champion of Phalanx,
Yes.
don't take anything Worth more than 200 gold.
See, when I've got that appraisal thing, that means that it doesn't. I can change the value of something. That's fine.
Sorry. Leo creeps in early. How much is 200 gold?
What?
How much is 200 gold?
200,000 copper.
I think it's like if you take this coin and she takes out a gold coin, 200 of these.
Oh, I
Yes.
have a lot of those.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much that's worth, but I think people like gold more than they like the silver and the copper ones.
And how do I know if something is worth more than? Pieces.
I haven't, Leo. I have an eye for this type of stuff, so feel free to let me have a look at anything you might need.
Shh. Okay. How much is this worth?
What are you pointing at?
I just pointed at some random object.
And I give a very brief appraisal that it's probably worth about 5 coppers.
Yep.
How much is that worth?
That
Well,
No,
probably somewhere between 5 and 10.
You did
And that
yourself
one?
into this. No, you
This goes on for a
definitely.
while.
You realize he's going to ask that about every object in here, right?
Yeah, it is. Come back. I need this appraised.
well, gentlemen,
is give it to me later.
let's.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen and good lady, I'll leave you to it. Oh, and don't mind the statues, failed projects, and all that.
Do you often fail at projects?
All the time, it's part of the creative process.
Statues of.
I thought you were a perfectionist.
Why do you think I discard so many things?
But if you were a perfectionist, wouldn't you not have to discard anything?
That's not how that works. If it's not perfect, it
He
goes
throws
in
it
the
away.
lava.
Maybe you should work on maybe restoration as much rather than just discarding things.
Seems a bit wasteful.
If it's run
Ever
its
thought of the
course-
environment?
Have fun. And he just slams the door shut.
I don't think he appreciated that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that doesn't bother with the environment nowadays. Game.
All right.
Jerry's having a little panic attack in his knees, and he just whispers to himself, "Fuck, I'm the smartest one in here."
Do I hear that? Is he saying that to himself?
He's saying that to himself. He's like, "We're fucking screwed." Where's Siri?
Hey, I am actually quite intelligent, mind you.
Not from what I've seen.
All right.
It's different because I'm intelligent. You're just informed. I'm not.
Yeah, and I'm just country smart.
I just look between them all like, right, that's it. I don't like the sound of that statue quote he made, and I'm going to cast. And I hope this will work, and I hope you would let me do this. I'm going to cast Control Water
Okay.
on the fog
Uh huh.
and just make it liquefy, so it all turns into puddle.
But like, how big of an area does it cover?
Any freestanding water inside an area you choose that is a cube up to through 100 feet on a side.
But yeah, that's yeah, that would probably cover the entire room. Yeah, at its longest, it's 110. So if it's 200 feet to a side, all the fog's gone.
So now he just raises his hand and goes, and all the fog just
Yeah, it turns into
rain.
yeah, it turns into a rain and just falls down onto the obsidian floor, and now there's like a tiny sheen of water. You can now see the entire room unobstructed. It's also slippery. So if you run on this floor, you might slip. Like, if you take the dash action in here, you will need to roll a dex check.
That's cool. Never's used the water. It's cool. It's cool. He's a fish. Neri loves it, by the way.
Yeah.
There's this layer of water. He loves it. He's like, yes, weapon. Oh, this floor is a moving weapon.
When I said it's cold in here, it's just by comparison with the other room. It's probably still like 25, 27 degrees Celsius in this room. The other room is like 35, easily. Like between 35 and 40.
All right, people, let's get cleaning. And now he's gonna walk here.
Yeah, as you walk over, to the north, you see another door. This one made out of wood with a stone frame.
You guys just pick a pile. I'm gonna go up here and see if anything needs cleaning.
Don't wander off too far alone.
I'm just checking something out up here.
She's just gonna... She's kind of sighing, and then she walks a bit closer to see if she can keep an eye on him.
Which you probably can't, because that vision.
No,
I
but
can keep an eye on you.
Her sword is lighting up, so... But
Yeah, but it won't be.
she's not seeing you anymore, at least.
No. You have 30 feet of vision right now.
Yep.
So you would need to get a little bit closer. But yeah, you see this really old-looking wooden door that is, compared to everything else you've seen in this cave system that you've been in, is extremely plain. No ornaments, nothing. The stone archway seems to be carved out of the surrounding rock. And it's just a very simple swirling pattern all the way around.
And the handle, is that made of metal?
No, it's yeah, it is. It's made out of metal.
Okay, he just goes like that. Sticks his hand in the water. Cast a cantrip. Shit water. And gives himself a pair of ice gloves.
Okay.
And then he's gonna try and open it.
The door's locked.
He goes, motherfucker.
And you rattle the handle a little bit and the door doesn't really give.
Stupid doors in this stupid place, they're all locked.
It's almost like they're made to keep people out.
How loudly do you say that?
It's fairly loud. It echoes, probably.
Yeah, you're in a rock cave, it echoes.
A glass cave.
Yeah.
obsidian game. So, yeah.
Yeah, most of the walls are made out of red granite, but it's the floor is made out of obsidian like glass. So there's water, so the sound travels.
Can anyone pick locks?
I
What
kind
are you
of turn
doing?
around the side of a trash pile and go, "What type of a rogue do you think I am?"
Get it. There's a door up here that needs unlocking.
But like, I was looking down here. It looked really interesting down here. There's boxes of stuff all over the place. Loads of stuff we're gonna have to move into the lava to clean.
Yes, but this is a locked door, so what's behind it? He's just bouncing up and down like a giant.
And what Yanis would also like to do, given that the floor is wet, is he would like to activate his slippers of spider climb
Okay.
and see whether or not that gives him extra traction on the slippery floor. Yeah, just to make sure that he can like almost run.
Yeah.
With that on. It's like, and then it'd be looked at as just like, yeah, brilliant, excellent, providing it works fine.
Yeah, it seems to be working fine. At first, you take a few running steps, and your feet slip a bit. You activate the boots, and it's like they grip onto the glass surface.
Yeah. So, and he starts whistling, because he likes to whistle when he's about to go and pick up a lock, unless he's in somewhere where he's not allowed to be. Yeah. So, right, let me find this door then, and he kind of jogs up. So, and he makes a show of pulling the lockpicks out and just kind of like cracking his fingers and just kind of like, yeah. And he'll do a cursory check for any sort of traps that might be there first, if possible.
Yeah,
before
absolutely.
he then attempts to open the door.
Give me a investigation check.
Of course. Wow, that wasn't too bad considering it's -2 that's attached to it.
You look around and look like checking the door frame, checking the door itself, checking the lock, and you don't find any spot where a trap could be attached. So the door is definitely not trapped.
What are you doing now?
With that, I will say, on the floor near the door, you do see what looks like 4 long scratch marks in the glass.
Well, Neri, part of the trade of unlocking a door that's locked is to check first to see whether or not any traps are placed. And what I've just done is exactly that. I've checked. It kind of goes into this really weird teacher voice, which makes no sense whatsoever for him as a character. It's like, so I was just checking to make sure there was no traps. In noticing there was no traps, because this is just a plain old door that I will attempt to unlock for you shortly, I did notice some claw marks on the floor.
I didn't make this.
Well, I gathered because they are cutting into the obsidian.
Maybe
So-
the dragon.
Maybe the dragon. Maybe there's something in this room that we're going to need to have to deal with as well, depending on whether or not it's still alive after all of this time. But anyway, and then they get his locks out, get his lockpicks out, and you have at the door, if that is okay.
Yep, go for it. Give me a sleight of hand check, adding your lock picking skill.
You just want me to roll sleight of hand? Sorry.
Sleight of hand, and
confused.
then add your proficiency again on top of that.
Okay.
What lock?
29.
Yeah, what lock? There's no lock on this thing. But no, kidding aside, you feel like you start picking the lock, and you feel like it's old and a little bit rusty, and you have a little bit of a hard time finding the first tumblers because they're kind of stuck. The fog has done a number on this lock, but eventually you manage to get it just right, and the lock clicks. And
Perfect.
you see the handle just down a little bit to indicate like, yeah, unlocked.
Excellent. And he'll straighten himself back up, and he'll stand to one side, and they'll just kind of bow Neri towards the door. It's like, it is open.
Oh, thank you.
Why did it do that?
Like, sure you don't want to do the honors, you did lock it.
You're the one that's desperate to get through the door.
Oh, you're so kind. And then looking at the claw marks on the floor, and he just opens it.
The door opens towards you.
Oh, then he jumps back while it's opening it. Slamming into arms.
As this door swings open, there you see this massive shape standing there, just sleek all the way up. It's hard to see. Even with your dark vision, it seems to blend into the light of this area. And it seems to like be built to be aerodynamic. Long metal paws stretch forward, and a head that is like almost one with the neck and back open up, with steel jaws open.
Is it moving?
Currently not. It's just like twitching his head back and forth, sniffing the air.
Oh, it is moving.
Yeah. I thought you meant towards you. It's currently not moving towards you. It's just...
But it's alive.
It seems alive.
Oh.
And it's towering over you.
Harry just...
What is that thing?
As you close the door, you feel it boom against it as a giant claw just slams against the door. And I need you to make me either a strength or a dex save.
Would any of us have known what that creature was?
I'm gonna
No.
say no.
Look like fucking alien.
As it slams the door towards you, Neri, it comes off its hinges. You get hit by it, and you get rocketed back. Both Artemis and Yanis need to make either a strength or a dex save. And then we are rolling initiative. Alright, both of you managed to jump out of the way just as Neri is launched 10 feet back with the door.
It's like the parting of the Red Sea. We both move out of the way, and Neri goes flying past.
Yeah, it's like he's holding a door like this and just woo, sliding on the water. And then you see it as well as this giant thing just comes stalking after, filling the entire space. And you hear that grinding, scraping sound of metal on stone as it walks past towards you.
Okay.
It can barely fit in this narrow passage.
Does it look tameable?
You don't even know what this thing is.
It doesn't even have fucking eyes. Look at the fucking.
It has a basic outline of a feline creature, but made out of some dark metal. And Neri, give me a nature check real quick.
Come on, Neri, you're good at these,
I am.
right?
Yeah. I felt
It's
+5.
like the front, as it comes into the light, looks like an anglerfish. Like
And that's why you were laughing earlier.
So it has this underbite that is just filled with metal points, and an overbite that's the same, and it seems to be interlocking, just like the maw of an anglerfish.
But the whole creature looks metallic in nature.
Yeah. And it sounds metallic as it walks. It breaks off stones as it's moving. And you hear that shrieking, grinding sound as it moves past.
Imagine that Neri's just invented surfing as he's shooting down this.
It's like,
on a surfboard, on a door.
As this creature starts coming out of the hole that was the door, Yanis will just shout out, "Leo, there's something here to say hello."
Yeah, busy sorting. Bring
You
it
won't
in
be
here.
sorting? Yeah, okay. Neri's already doing that.
Oh, Leo wouldn't even see this though. It's 'cause you're too far
exactly.
away. All right, let's roll in some initiative. And
I'm prone, yes?
yes, you are, with a door on top of you. So you basically have an extra shield right now.
I'm staying underneath the door. It doesn't have
where did I
that.
put it?
As far as I'm concerned, I am invisible underneath the door.
That's not what I wanted. That's the one I was clicking on.
Oh, look at that, Leo.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm gonna make good use of my first turn.
Stacking boxes.
Yeah, I think it was well rolled.
Does the alert feat allow you to change your initiative order?
Huh?
I just had this weird thought about Leo's got alert, hasn't he?
Yes.
It's +5 to initiative.
Is it just +5 to initiative? It doesn't allow you to change the order, does it?
No, unfortunately not. You know what? He's already gone, so I'm gonna actually honor that. It's still +3, so it's a 19.
Have I taken any damage?
No, you just pushed back into the room. Alright, so we have Leo up first, then Neri, Yanis, and then Artemis. So, Leo, you hear the crashing of this wooden door, you hear this shouting of the others, and you hear this god-awful screeching sound of metal on stone that just doesn't stop as this thing it keeps moving through this passage.
Oh, what are you guys doing? And I'm going to go 5, 10, 15 feet this way. Put the box down that I was sorting. And go 5, 10, 15. That's 30 feet.
All right.
And then I will dash, but not run. I would then go 5, 15, 30 to here. What the hell is that?
Yeah, you can just about see this looming figure come out of the doorway, and it's filling up the entire passage.
And Neri under the door.
Yeah. Neri is on the ground with the door over him. Callback from a previous episode.
Doors don't like Neri. Doors always attack Neri. It's the worst luck with any door.
So I've used my action to dash. Let's look at new spells. What can I do?
We don't have any new spells yet. So, 'cause we
Oh,
haven't
we're
had
not
a
level
rest.
9 now?
We haven't had a long rest.
Oh no. Okay, I won't look at those then. No, I can't do anything. I just stand there like, what did you do?
I opened the door.
Neri woke something up.
Speaking of, Neri, you're up.
Well, he's currently down.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
your turn. And for those who are interested in seeing what the hell this thing is, there you go.
Oh god.
Huh?
Oh god.
What?
The 8 coins general chatter.
Oh god. Hmm. No, there's people in the way. Oh my god, this is why are you all in the way? I have area of effect spells. I cannot be dealing with this.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah, and you can't target behind it either because you can't see behind it. It's like obscuring the vision for you the entire hallway.
Fudge. Now he's gonna use half his movement to get up. And then he's gonna use half his movement to go into this little crevice. And kind of stick his thumb out and go, "You've got it, you too!"
You still have an action and a bonus action.
I know, but I don't know what to do.
You're a moon druid.
I know I can turn into animals, but it's a bit of a cramped space around here.
You see Artemis kind of glaring at you, like, you're the one who caused this.
I'm going to cast Moonbeam on it.
All right. Let me get a little token thing. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to make the movable ring things. What did you do?
And I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
Well, damn.
On here.
Okay. That is a con save, right?
Boo.
Con save. Really? Yeah, okay, 13.
So that's 17 radiant damage.
Cool. Haha. Alright. You see it reeling a little bit from just standing in the middle of this thing, and the beam of light down on it outlines this feline looking, kind of warped outline or shape. And you can see like the scratches in the metal plates that make up its front shoulders. It's like silver stripes against a dark metal frame. And it doesn't seem to really enjoy being in that beam of light at all.
Yes. And then it just goes, melt you bitch. and then and that's all he's gonna do. He doesn't really have anything else to do. So he's going to stay there.
Okay.
Let Leo do his tanky thing, hopefully.
Leo.
Sure. Sorry, as a bonus action, I will use my Carmetra's devotee feat, where I gain a +1 to my AC for a minute.
All right. Sure, go for it. Yanis.
Yanis, in a fit of panic, is going to do something he hasn't done before, and he's going to cast Thunderwave.
All right. Okay.
So I need a DC 16 con save, please.
How do you angle this?
So it would literally be like, it's like he's pushing it in front of him. So as if it's like,
Okay.
shit,
Yeah.
stay away from me. Because how do you roll Thunderwave? Do you re-roll it as emanating from you? So it's a 15-foot cube around
Yeah, it's a
you,
cube from you.
Then you can push it from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that way.
So it's basically like you're in the center, so you have like 12.5 feet to either side of you, and then forwards.
Yeah.
So Artemis, you barely dodge this because it's like here for you, like right in front of your nose. This sudden sound wave just breaks. And con save is 10. The fuck? Okay. So 2d10 thunder damage pushed 10 feet away from you. That's pretty cool. So he takes
7
damage
damage.
and is yoked back here. And that god-awful scratching happens again, as this time it's just shoved back past these. And you can see where it's been shoved back, these spikes sticking out of the wall where the obsidian was, has just been filed down as it's grinded against this thing. Filed down or broken off. And it stands there shaking its head. Doesn't seem as affected as you would hope it would be.
Quite okay. I was just hoping he would fail his con save and fuck off back 10 feet.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Because then what he's just going to do is basically come running down here instead and kind of almost like do like a flying leap up over the wall so that he kind of lands behind Leo if he can.
Yeah, that's really cool. Give me an acrobatics check.
Yep.
Well, you tried to do that. Instead, you're landing.
I'll use that inspiration you gave me. That's better.
That's way better. You run past and basically just bounce off the wall, like as if you were some kind of monk or something, just barely touching it, and then just twirl around Leo in a spectacular dance move and just stand behind him like, ta-da!
And I just pat him on the shoulder and said, I'm assuming you're handling this then, big boy.
You can just see Artemis is just standing there with her scimitar and her other blade, and she's like looking at you all, and she's like, "You leaving the lady with this?"
You're the supervisor. Take responsibility.
You're supposed to protect the supervisor.
No.
Actually, you're more qualified to deal with stuff like this because you're the supervisor.
I don't have the
Talent.
education to be a supervisor.
Oh, now you're not smart.
I
Alright.
never said I.
All of
We
you
always
hear...
leave.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was about to say we always leave the supervisor to deal with the Karen.
Yeah,
She's been locked in the room for a long period of time.
Supervisor deal with the Karens.
Also, all of your ears are slightly ringing because Thunderwave gives off a thunderous sound for 300 feet. And you're in a chamber made out of glass and stone. It's not enough to deafen you, but it was definitely loud. All right.
This is long pink ears.
You also have a bonus action if you want to use it.
I can't. The only other bonus action thing that I have is. Oh no! Hold on. No, I can't. I don't want to do that. That's fine.
Okay.
I want to see past it.
Later.
All right.
Yeah, I could do that. I bonus action hide behind Leo.
Sure. All right. Well, the creature is going to shake its head and... Can you even see it still, Leo? You can barely see this creature at the end. Artemis, you have a better view of it, but you see this dark creature just get up, shake, and you hear this grinding, like, clattering of metal plates as it moves and starts bounding back out. It's going to enter here first, so it takes... I think it's when it first enters as well.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take some radiant damage.
So I need it to make another con save.
Con save. That's 22.
Oh, that succeeds definitely.
So half
it will
damage.
Take 11 radiant damage.
All right. 11 radiant damage, and it's gonna keep running down here, stopping along the way. It runs past you, Artemis, and just with its claw, it's gonna swipe out.
All right.
4. Yeah, that's a 30 to hit.
Just barely. Sure it hits.
14 force damage.
Oh, that's a hell of a bitch slap on its way past.
Yeah, it's just bounding. You know, you have seen like a tiger running? It's doing that, and rocks and just obsidian falls down as it forces its body through the passage. On its way, the head turns and just strike on like Artemis, and then skids to a halt here. It can barely make it there because passage is narrow.
Opportunity attack then.
Yes, you get an attack of opportunity.
Do I get 2 because of the extra attack, or
Mm-mm.
No, just one on.
just one, right?
opportunity.
Just one on
Yeah.
opportunity.
I guess it would be with this one. 15.
You swing out and make contact with the metal. You feel it all the way up in your shoulder, and it does nothing. Like, your whole arm goes numb for a second as the scimitar scratches against it, and no damage.
She's like, it has very, very, very hard skin. I'd like to add.
Give me
Be careful for his punches.
Give me a perception check real quick.
Perception.
Yes. All right.
19.
You see, when you hit it, you feel that jolt up your arm, and it swishes. It has like this long tail that is spiked, and as it moves, it turns its head back to you, and for just fraction of a second, you notice that there is a opening between the plates, where the whatever is under it is exposed. So you see, like, if you can get something in under there, you can deal massive damage.
Try to hit between the cracks. It seems to be its vulnerability, maybe.
Alright. And then it's going to turn its attention back from you because you're too far away. And first it's going to...
Neri perfectly blend in with the red wall by any chance?
Does he have... It's not... No, not really, but Yanis was the one that caused damage last. So it's going to try and reach Yanis, which means that he has to move Leo first.
Bitch, slap Leo.
So the other claw, as it bounds up to swipes Artemis on the way, and then actually it's gonna swipe at it's gonna swipe at Neri first.
Yeah.
And then turn to bite Leo.
Okay, intercept first.
All right. So you swap places with.
Oh, that's if it hits.
Okay.
Sorry.
Claw is a 23.
Intercept.
Yeah, that
Okay.
is.
Hang on, I gotta read what it does again. Okay. Do. Change the dice to that, and bush. I reduced the damage by 10.
All right. So you take 10 force damage.
Me. Yeah.
Yes, because you reduced because Leo shoves the shield in between you and it. The claw like barely scratches you, and you feel this power just surging through your shoulder and down your chest, and it feels like it's rattling your rib cage as the claws make contact.
Just like, that's the second time that's happened.
And then it's gonna whip its head towards you, Leo, and try to bite you. That's a 16.
That misses.
As you intercept and the claw makes contact, it bites down and like the lower jaw gets stuck on the shield, and you see these like 4-inch teeth like right here in front of your face.
Yeah, where Carmetra's vines have grown on my shield, they're just kind of like kind of radiating an energy as they hold it back.
All right. Both of those are actions. Okay. Artemis.
Well, seeing as this thing is very rude, she is yeah, she's casting Hunter's Mark.
All right.
on it
Okay.
for her bonus action.
So we have Mark.
And then she's gonna attack twice. One with the scimitar and one with the gladius.
Okay.
Also, would it be with advantage? Because
Yes, you are flanking.
yeah, I'll just roll again then in case.
So,
Nope.
yeah, 23 hits.
Cool. So
You nimbly dodge the tail that is swishing back and forth, very reminiscent of a hunting cat. And you manage to find that an opening between the plates, and you cut in, and the beast just gives off this kind of roar as it whips around to look at you.
What are you doing now?
and she's gonna just look at it and say, "Bad." And she's gonna stab it with the gladius. Oh, right, with advantage. Never mind. 13.
Yeah, 13 unfortunately does not hit. You manage to get the scimitar in between, but as you swing with the gladius, that opening shuts, and once again you make contact, and like this. That's not pins and needles this time because you know to brace for it, but it's still
Yeah.
like that cling of, you know, if you've ever hit a hammer against an anvil, that recoil,
Yeah.
or if you've hit anything that bounces back, really.
Yeah.
Bing,
Um.
and
so that's-
another-
So it's 17 damage at least.
and it seems
Uh,
very upset about it.
Yep. And she is gonna jump up on top of it.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check. You have just enough space to stand on top of it. You're gonna have to hunch a little bit so you don't hit your head on stone spikes that are coming down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
You don't have inspiration?
Can I use my hero point?
Yeah, if you want, sure. If you want to burn
Okay,
it for
so-
that, absolutely. It's a cool thing to
Yeah.
do.
So could I have done it so the attack that did hit? So basically, I try to stab at it and I run up on top of its back.
Yeah.
And then I kind of shove in the scimitar and just hold on to it while on its back.
Yeah, absolutely you can do that. So it's trying, like, it's moving back and forth in this tiny space, trying to buck you off. And as you're standing on top of it, this is a metal you have never seen before. It's like this dark gray, tarnished kind of, a little bit rust colored at the edges. And you see where it ran past the stone, the silver marks all along the side.
And I say, "Sit! Sit!" I say that in both common, Leonin, Sylvan, and Celestial and Draconic. Sit! 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 Sit!
It doesn't really
but then-
react until you speak Celestial, and it just, yeah.
Does it seem to like the Celestial or hate the Celestial?
It seems to react to it. It seems to understand you, but it's like, fuck no.
Okay. Well, that's my turn, so.
All right, Leo.
Get ready, Neri. We're gonna go ham on it. Or rock meat. As a bonus action, I will cast Branding Smite.
All right.
Then, do I get advantage with Artemis riding this thing?
Yeah. Its attention is currently on Artemis. So yeah, you do get advantage.
Okay. And my Crown Guardian is now charged.
Yes, it is.
Oh, this is gonna be good, dude. Okay, first attack.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, with Brandon Smite.
I mean, you might crit, but
I mean, you could.
Oh
crit.
yes, sorry, I could do it twice. Let me roll
Mm.
again. Doot.
No.
No.
Nope.
Yes, we get rid of that one. Okay, it's Brandon Smite. No, not yet. Let's roll the first damage.
Nice.
So the 16 is the Guardian and the Branded Smite, plus 9 slashing.
Yep. And
One more
the
time!
head whips back at you. And just
19.
19 does not hit.
Oh.
You swing out again, and you, having seen what Artemis talked about, you manage to land the first one in between the plates, and then the opening closes, and you swing, and it ricochets off, and you feel that tingling sensation all like race up your arm.
Brandon Smite goes after one hit, right?
Yep.
Okay. Such a strange thing for a concentration spell.
Yeah, I rule those as not being concentration because they're dumb.
Ah, okay.
So, all spells that go away on the first hit you land, I just go like, no, they're not concentration. Because it's dumb that, like, for example, a ranger would sacrifice Hunter's Mark to cast Zephyr Strike. That's just dumb. No tactically minded ranger would do that. Because it's dumb.
Okay.
And rangers get enough shit as it is. Anything else?
That is it.
Alright.
Yeah, come on.
Neri.
action.
Keep
Needs
in
to
mind
be-
that Artemis is standing like on its neck. But it is a large creature. So
Yes. But, yeah, move beam, so it's kind of on it.
alright.
I'll move it there.
Another con save. That's a 26.
Guess I'll take half damage then.
Yep. It, like, reels away a little bit as it seems to notice the moonbeam moving. Doesn't have any eyes. You're not entirely sure how it's reacting, but
That's
nice.
9 radiant damage.
9. It's starting to look scorched and hurt, and like some of the joints are moving a little bit weird.
And Nemi's gonna use his bonus action to turn into an adorable tiny sea kit.
Alright.
So that he doesn't draw attention.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sure.
If he turns into like something cat size, it's not gonna draw much attention, is it?
Probably not.
But he's gonna turn into a sea kit. Keep the concentration up. I'll put him over here.
Oh, yeah.
No, you drugged it out already.
There it is. It's
I
not the
can't
right
move it.
size, but
Okay, I touch it. Let me drag one out. There we go. You
okay.
delete
I'm
that one.
gonna remove the one I placed so you can control the other one.
And
Oh yeah, I
control-
remember why we made it medium size. Because it kept getting lost.
So, I mean, it's technically the same size as Bali.
So it's a
And then
tiny
we'll-
creature, but it kept getting lost on the map. That's why the token is so big.
And then you know how like this rocky thing.
Yeah.
This rocky wall. It's gonna kind of like slip, you know, as you're slipping along the crevices,
All right.
like just between them, and try and sneak away.
Okay, I'm going to roll an attack with a disadvantage. And because you have 3/4 cover, we're gonna take that into account as well. So -5?
It still hits. Fuck's sake.
Intercept.
All right.
Well, I don't know why that rolled twice. Take the first one.
You take, I can math, 13 lightning damage.
-9.
No, 22 minus 9.
Oh, so how much?
13.
13.
Oh yeah, I'm out of wild shape.
Yeah, you just barely managed to get away from it, and then you drop the sea kid form, and your whole body is like, you're standing in water and just...
Yep. Oh dear, all this water's a bad idea now. It's shooting freaking lightning. That's not good.
Oh yeah,
so how much
Leo... Oh
was
yeah,
that?
it missed you.
13 did you say?
13,
13
yes.
did you say?
13 lightning.
That's 4 damage. So that's 61. Yeah, it gave me a bit of a boost.
Yeah, and you managed to crawl away, otherwise you would have had to fight Leo to get away. Yeah, you're fine.
So yeah, he calls here. Like, ow, ow, ow. And he hides behind this. He's hiding
Yanis.
behind.
All right. Yanis.
Okay. Yanis is going to pop out to one side of Leo and cast Hex.
Okay.
So I will Hex. It's perfect roll. Hexed, it's Strength.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll go with that logic. And then I will do what warlocks are famous for doing. And
Just blast.
shooting off some agonizing blasts, yes. Will these still be advantage given that Artemis is still on its back? Or not?
I'd say no, because they're ranged. If
Okay.
you had been like in melee, you would have been given advantage, but then it would have cancelled out because, you know, range spells.
That's cool. So first one,
First one hits.
25. Cool. So that's 13 plus the 6. Well, so 13 force damage and then 6 necrotic damage.
Mhm.
And then fire off again. 22.
22 just hits.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm rolling so well with the damage. So that's another 14 force damage. Plus the 6 hex. Do you want me to re-roll the hex?
Yes, please.
An extra 3 necrotic then.
So it did not like any of what just happened, and it seems to be reeling from the force damage, and the flashes of necrotic seems to be like it does damage, but it seems to shake off most of it. And then its attention is immediately brought back to you, Yanis.
I will walk off this way.
All right. Okay. And that is this guy's turn. It is... Actually, it's gonna do... Yeah, it's gonna do that. Artemis, under your feet, you feel this creature rear back and twists his head for a moment, and then lifts one claw and is gonna bring it down on top of Leo to try and hit him with it. So first one claw is 25.
That hits.
For 22 force damage. As it just rakes down your shield and down your arm. And you feel like it's rattling all the way through your bones. The second...
Thank you.
The second claw is gonna come up and try to grab you, Artemis. It's gonna try to grapple you to just throw you off. For a 30. So it gets a grip on you, and I need you to make me a athletics check. And I rolled that one with disadvantage because you need to beat the 15. Because Hex. You're muted.
You're muted, Fitz.
So it's a athletics, not a dex save. It's a athletics.
No, it grabs you and is trying to grapple you.
Okay.
So strength save.
Yeah, you like it has you in the claw, but you're not grappled. It's just holding you. You managed to like break out. Well, actually, it could be a dex as well, but you succeed either way.
Yeah.
Annoyed with not being able to grab. Actually, I also need a moonbeam because it starts its turn.
Yeah, so con save, I guess.
Yeah. Con save of 24.
27 radiant damage.
That is a really good roll. 27, 13. And it,
You better know.
First it just roars out, then slams down on Leo, tries to grab Artemis, realizes it can't, it's gonna put his claw back next to Leo again and try to bite him.
Yes, keep damaging me.
25.
Hits.
For 21 lightning damage. And you feel like this tingling static sensation just rush through, and you can see it crackling a little bit in the water around you.
Okay.
And then again it does that same move again as it rears back and opens its jaws upwards, and you can Artemis, you see it like all along its back. You see plates start rising as if it's preparing to do something.
Okay.
Your turn. Keep in mind, like half a step to your left is a beam of radiant light.
Yep.
It's burning really hard.
She's just
no?
gonna yell at it in Celestial and say, "This is your last chance. Sit down."
Give me a. Oh, what would that even be? Give me an animal handling check.
Aha! It's an animal. 15.
I don't know how to judge that. It's not the smartest tack in the box, but it's technically not a beast. So
Probably a no then. It's gotta be a
15?
high PC, right? It's a freaking alien freaky thing.
it looks at you like, huh? Whatever it's doing is not stopping, but it's like plumping its hind legs down on the ground, just looking at you like you can't really see where it's looking. It doesn't have eyes, it's just plate. But it has turned its head back towards you, and you see these rows upon rows of metal teeth just open, and in its like in the gullet, because you can see it right into it, you see this orb of something that is starting to form.
So it's looking like it's still aggressive.
Yes, but it's
Right.
sitting.
Get ready to Godzilla your ass. That's what it's getting ready to do. It's gonna start humming and glowing blue, and then we're all gonna be like,
So she is gonna use a bonus action to cast Searing Smite.
Alright.
Although I doubt it will do anything extra. And she's gonna stab with both her moon-touched scimitar and the gladius.
Okay.
Right, advantage. Fuck. 16, I assume that doesn't hit.
No.
And then for the gladius. For natural 20?
Yeah, the gladius hits. With this scimitar, once again, it like the interlocking plates of its back prevent you from finding any opening, but you can see that it's worn. It is like scorched on one side from the radiant damage from the moonbeam, and the plates are starting to come apart a little bit, and you manage to just find that opening with the gladius.
"Are you
Alright.
dual wielding while holding onto its back?"
Oh, Artemis planted the gladius down and holding on to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically it was the moon-touched scimitar that she
Yeah,
has in.
One of the weapons is in the plates, holding on to it.
It
Yeah.
explains why it's not hitting then, because it's already inside there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, basically. It's oh yeah, that's even better. It's been pinched by two of the plates as it moved to look at you, and it's like, yup.
Yep. But the other one hits.
Yep,
so,
the other one hits.
That would be maximum extra damage. And then it's 1d6, no, 2d6 for the hunter's mark.
Yep.
And I guess it's another d6 for the Searing Smite.
Yes.
And then it is the Gladius fire as well.
Yep.
So that's 2d6.
So
Cool.
16, 23, 29, 36 damage. It is not looking like you managed to get the gladius in there, and you hit something that is very clearly very important to this thing, and you feel it rattling a little bit, and some of the plates around its side start to fall off. And it's looking really bad.
And she's gonna just use that momentum sort of to kind of kick herself off and try to pull the blade out as well and just drag them with her.
Yep.
And she's gonna jump off in this direction.
All right. Yeah, you managed to jump up.
She's actually gonna go in here, just to make sure she can't get hit.
All right. As you walk into the room, you see a scorched and destroyed, just what looks like living quarters that have been burned by multiple explosions, and there are fire scorch marks everywhere. You also see what looks like lightning bursts all over the place, and bits of broken wall where something has torn through them with great force.
Someone needs an interior design.
All right, Leo.
Okay. Okay. As Leo has been attacked a few times now, his like usual self is like not anything special. He's just human. After the first hit, he kind of like he starts to glow like a yellow color, and then after the second hit, he goes into more of like a green. It's like a green aura as he enters Lionheart stage. And as soon as my advantage is gone, I am going to just try and hit this thing.
All right. First hit pings off the shoulder, and bits of the plates fall off, but you don't do any damage to the creature itself. You knock some of the already damaged pieces off.
Oh, hang on. I get a +3 to that as a 19. That still doesn't miss hit, right?
Does not hit.
Okay. I will try and attack again. 26 plus a 3, 29.
29 does hit.
Okay. Oh,
Like-
no. I forgot to add a smite to it. Am I too late?
Well, you can add after you decide it hits.
Yeah.
I was going to branding smite again
Yeah, go for it.
as a bonus.
You can
I
do
forgot.
both, I think.
Rewind. I was going to do both. So I was going to Brandon Smite and Divine Smite this thing.
All right.
At level.
Before anyone gets into a hissy fit, we're playing with 2014 rules. He can do that. It's not a spell.
I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I'm sorry. I'm just ticking a lot of boxes
Yes.
because I'm upping spell. Is this thing undead or fiend?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay, I think I've ticked everything, and then it'll have a +3 to it regardless from Lionheart. Oh, I added the Lionheart. That's cool. 23 of all the things +5 slashing.
You manage to find, as the plates are starting to fall off it, the side is exposed, and you see this kind of crackling lightning energy along the side, and you find really nice purchase and deal a lot of damage on that hit.
Sorry, I forgot one other thing I can add.
Okay.
I will use one of my maneuvers, Distracting Strike, to add my superiority die to that, which is just a d6. So d6. Is it right?
All right. So another
5 points of damage, and the next attack on it has advantage.
All right.
And it is glowing in bright light from the branding smite.
More of the plates fall off as you land your hit, and it's staggering. And again, its attention is turned towards you, Leo, and you see this orb of something forming in its open maw, and being this close to it, like its head is like your torso when it's open. And you see these lightning cracks along its neck and bits of its back as whatever it is seems to be powering up.
Okay. I just go, haha, bring it! Worthy foe!
Alright, Neri.
How hurt does it look?
Very.
Like, 1 point could take it down? Or...
It's not, like, it's staggering, but it's not that hurt.
Okay. I was gonna hit it with my sandal, but never mind. I wanted to kill it.
Sorry, my mouse is being silly.
Okay.
Use blood. What are you telling evil?
I can't turn my box off. Ugh.
Infuse blood.
Ignore that. No.
That's no. Okay, Neri, what are you doing?
I'm gonna it doesn't normally let other people do that. It normally says not available. I am going to cast Wither and Bloom on 3rd level on this area. It's a non-concentration spell, so I can do that.
Alright.
It's gonna be at 3rd level.
Thank you. I don't remember what it does.
So
Okay.
each creature of your choice in the area must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 2d6 necrotic damage on a self throw, or half as much on a successful one. It's obviously just going to be this creature that I'm going to
Yep.
choose it.
So, con save for a 16.
Oh, that just succeeds. Damn you, filthy creature. So that's 5. Yeah, 5 necrotic damage. What you see is Neri slams his hand in the ground, and water starts pooling from the ground, and starts seeping into its cracks and freezing.
Nice.
And doing necrotic damage. And the same happens with Leah, except it goes over his wounds and seals them up and rejuvenates him. And he can roll 2 hit dice and add a 4 to that. If he wants to. 2 of your hit dice, you know, that you roll to get health back.
Does it use them up?
It does. You can use it if you want.
Yeah, it uses them up, but it's instant healing, so...
So, yeah. And you get a +4 to it.
You're probably gonna
No,
have a
I'm not gonna
long
use
rest
it.
after this anyway,
I'm
so...
not gonna use it. I am in a new.
Can you say you can't use it? In addition, one creature of your choice in the area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice and
Yeah.
regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, you choose.
No, you can spend. You don't have to.
Yeah, can spend. Or you could just spend one, I guess.
If it's Leo's choice, he won't. He's in a point where he is enjoying.
doing fighty things.
Yeah, let me heal you. Stop moving about.
I never felt so alive.
What? Gone crazy. I'm gonna tell Siri about this.
All right, you
I'm
still
telling Mum.
you still have movement and a bonus action.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
He wants to stand next to Leah.
Yanis.
Oh, he's gonna heal you next turn. You're gonna feel the healing.
Yanis will have to kind of almost feel his way back to the battle because with Artemis having disappeared, the light is now just his little lantern that he was carrying, and he gets back to here. Does firing off Eldritch blasts into dim light impose disadvantage? So I can only just about see it. Oh, the creature's glowing.
It's branded spite.
Yeah.
It did.
Oh, in that case, I will fire off an Eldritch blast then.
All right,
Moonbeam
go for it.
on it as well.
Yeah. So basically, you have a giant spotlight on it, and it's glowing. So you're fine.
Okay. And it glowing means I get advantage on this first Eldritch blast, doesn't it? Yeah.
Technically, yes, but it's dim light, so
Just
I'm not gonna fuss about it with dim light. Really, you can just roll with advantage. Not that you need it, because that hits.
Okay, cool. I'll just fire off 2 beams.
Yep.
15 would miss, won't it?
Yeah.
So it's 12 force damage for the first hit, plus 4 necrotic for the hex that's still on it.
Yanis, how do you want to do it?
I was going to say the first attack roll had advantage because this is the first melee attack.
Shoot it in its glowing ball.
Yes, we'll see as though his mouth is glowing and he seems to be charging something up. The Eldritch Blast basically just goes straight through whatever was charging in its mouth.
All right. So you fire off into its mouth. You see the creature stagger for a moment, freeze, and then plates start falling off from this like lightning frame inside it, and it doesn't seem like it's powering down. Plates fall off, and you see this ball in the maw as it tips on its side. Like it falls into a heap of metal. And then I need Leo, Yanis, and Neri to make me a con save.
Okay, well, you all have you can all add +3 to Aura of Protection.
10.
26. I'll take whatever it's gonna be. I'll soften the blow.
Yeah.
Or can I just put the thing in a jar?
No.
Oh.
All right. So, Leo and Neri, you both take 13 thunder damage as this thing tips on its head. Like the head lands on the ground and the orb just bursts out in a cone towards you. Yanis, you take 26 thunder damage and your world just stops for a moment. And just everything just shuts down as you are stunned.
Worth it.
Must do pose.
But the creature lies in pieces on the ground in front of you. barely the shape of the feline thing that crawled out towards you.
Are we out of initiative?
Yes, you are.
Leah just kicks it and goes, "No! Hit me again!"
One sec.
Gonna smack him with your sandal.
Hit me!
Fine.
Where's my sandal? Where is it? Oh no, I've added you. Legendary sandal. There we go. 23.
Yeah, it hits.
All right. for 8 slapping damage.
Artemis is just coming back to the rest of the group. She's like, "Are you okay, Leo?"
I turned to Neri and I got like battle in my eyes. And I'm gonna grab him.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shake him. I'm gonna try and grab him. I'm gonna try and grab him at least. Unarmed strike, I suppose.
Well, you're technically grappling, so it would be an a post athletics versus acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay. Would it technically get the plus with my lion heart?
Technically, yeah.
Okay. Athletics. 20.
Nope. There you grab.
You want some?
What's wrong with you?
I'm gonna pin him against the wall. I've never felt so alive.
I am telling Siri about this.
I'm
Tell
gonna.
her what?
Tell her you got a death wish.
I'm gonna just drop kick Leo so he can drop Neri.
All right. Roll an attack roll.
Do I have unarmed strike? Nope, I'll guess I'll add it. Unarmed strike.
Come on, Bits. I've even got I've got a freaking strike for my sandal, and you don't have a strike for an unarmed strike. To be fair, I don't think I do. I just use my strength roll because I'm not proficient in unarmed
I
strike.
don't think I had advantage on that, but
No.
I
I don't think an
11.
11's gonna hit.
Not me.
so she's just flying and it kind of hits the armor and just dong. That's flat on the ground.
Balls on her ass.
Yep.
You
Well-
alright, Atman? Was she trying to get past there?
There's now a very large heap of metal plates in roughly the shape of a feline creature right where Artemis lands, and with the clattering of unknown metal and the remains of lightning arcing through the waters. That's where we're gonna wrap today, I think. Because we are running out of time.
Just before we end, I'll throw Neri to one side in a little rage, and I will try and pick up this thing and just go, right, this is trash. I'll try and drag it to the door.
Give me a strength check.
I'm just imagining as Artemis kind
strength.
of falls down on top of it. It kind of sounds like 1,000 casseroles as crashing.
19. You grab at the head and you lift it, and it's like, oh,
My back.
yeah. Like, it's about this size, about yay long, made out of steel. Like, none of you know what the metal is, but it's made out of steel. It's heavy as shit.
It's heavy, but it's trash. Come on.
But yeah, we will pick up here next